I will now explain the undo redo functionality in Boozang. We've had that now for a couple of years, but we've updated it to save everything server-side in the database. This will give you a revision history for each test, so if you make a mistake, you can go back. But it also means that if someone else has done an update to your test, that you can undo and get the revision history of that test. So we also encourage you, we maybe haven't got the presentation down, so that might change a little bit. But in brief, let's say I do a couple of changes here to this test. Instead of saving it in the local storage, it's server side. So what I will see here, if I use this drop down, is I will see all the updates. So either I'll just do the one update that you saw there, or of course the other one as well, right? And you can do many in a row. If you look at the redo functionality, you can also see here that of course you can redo the same things, and as you can see when you hover, you also see what change was being done. It's a little complex right now, the presentation of this, so it requires a little bit of patience, but usually of course you know what you just did. So one difference here is of course we see who did the change, so you can also redo if there is someone else doing the change. One interesting thing, if I choose to undo this, and for instance I'll record a number of key presses, it should be able to, when you undo this, you should actually be able to see a number of things you could redo. So it actually kind of gives you the option to branch out and kind of pick your redo history. So this is kind of an advanced case, but it could be useful in some cases where you basically did, maybe you've done that before, you do an action on top of something and then you lose your undo history, so you can't redo the changes basically. So a little bit about that. I encourage you to let us know. I find that maybe this presentation could be done a little bit better, so play around with it and let us know what you think. But I think this will really help you when you make a mistake to a certain test, or you don't know why a certain test stopped working, then you can usually go back to a revision that was working. So I think this will be very helpful.